This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important update to share with you. Bernie Sanders taking up a new role to push Medicare for all. When it comes to the child tax credit, it's the closest it's been in a while, and it may actually happen due to a deal between the Democrats and Republicans. $800 checks going out to certain Americans, and President Biden made a huge announcement about student loan forgiveness. And I'll let you see a video clip from a Republican. I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a fantastic Black Friday and hope you had a great Thanksgiving with you, your family. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you do? So I recently just got surgery on my ankle, so everything's been kind of a blur, still in a lot of pain. The surgery went well, but the doctor said it was a lot worse than he thought, so I'm gonna have to be non-weight bearing for another 4 weeks. But I'll give you some other updates later on in the video, but let's get into it here. So Biden administration extends loan payment pause to no later than June 2023. So the date was coming up again where people who have federal student loans actually don't have to pay it back and no interest accumulated. What was said here is, I'm confident that our students' debt relief plan is legal, but it's on hold because Republican officials want to block it. That's why Secretary Cardona is extending the payment pause to no later than June 30th, 2023, giving Supreme Court time to hear the case its current term. So basically, student loan forgiveness not happening at the moment, despite a lot of acceptance letters going out saying people are approved for it, but the money is not there, and everything is still tied up in the Supreme Court. So, but there is no payments at least until June 2023. Stimulus update, child tax credit in the middle of new congressional deal making. So this is different here. Republicans want corporate tax breaks by the end of the year. In return, some Democrats are asking for reinstatement of expanded child tax credit payments and earned income tax credit. So reinstatement of the enhanced child tax credit could lift millions of American children out of poverty. So what's going on here is Republicans love their corporate tax breaks, the Democrats love the child tax credit, and either party doesn't want the other one to get their thing. But because they want some support and Congress is now split up, they're forced to work together more. It looks like that the Democrats out of this deal may get a child tax credit. So what's saying here is a group of House Democrats is asking party leaders to negotiate corporate tax breaks only if Republicans will agree to extend the child tax or the expanded child tax credit and EITC. So what does this mean for you? In the past, it was $3,000 or $3,600 for the year given out on a monthly basis. I don't think it'll be that high. It might be a little higher than it is right now, which is $2,000, and it may be distributed on a monthly basis, but I don't see it going up to $3,600. Just keeping it real, given my opinion, I think same way that the Republicans aren't going to get all that they want from the Democrats. Democrats are going to give them a little bit of a tax break, corporate tax break, and the Republicans will give maybe a little bit of support for a child tax credit. A little bit, not too much. That's what I see, but I'll keep you updated as this goes forward. And then one-time payment up to $800 going out to millions of Americans through Christmas. See how you can still claim your cash. So this is going on in South Carolina, and these are credits that are paying up to $800, and looks like checks are still going out through the end of the year. So it looks like there is until February 15th, 2023 to be eligible for the rebate going on there in South Carolina. And actually here in South Carolina, my state. And then Bernie Sanders seeks new role to push Medicare for all. Bernie Sanders has been speaking about this for a while, and looks like things may be getting closer to that, at least in his mind. So Bernie Sanders announced his intention to chair the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee in the next Congress. He promised to focus on universal health care. So if Bernie Sanders takes his new position in Congress, he could push for his Medicare for all or universal health care. It may or may not happen because it all depends on the support he gets behind it. We've seen Bernie Sanders call for a lot of great programs to help a lot of people throughout the years, but unfortunately, he's not getting the support from Congress to make it into a reality. But this is one step closer. What are your thoughts? Medicare for all, universal health care, good idea, bad idea? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, we're going to hear from Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana, a Republican senator, about what could be done to turn this country around.
Here with reaction, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, first, congratulations on your victory. We didn't have to give it very much attention. The people of Louisiana know a good thing when they see it. Congratulations to you. How important do you think this race is, and how do you see it unfolding?
Well, a neutral observer might point out, Sean, that President Obama came into Georgia for Ms. Stacey Abrams in her gubernatorial bid, and it didn't seem to help her very much. But if I were running Senator Warnock's campaign, I would certainly bring in President Obama before I'd bring in President Biden. As I've told you before, I don't hate anyone, but at this juncture, the Biden administration, I think, is best known for its world-class vacuity. According to the polls, most Americans wouldn't trust President Biden to salt the fries at McDonald's. Now, as to Georgia, in a 50-50 Senate, which we'll have if Mr. Walker is elected, it will be much easier to beat back the berserk wing of the Democratic Party. But it's not just about votes in the Senate. It's also about values in America, in my opinion. Herschel Walker understands that vetting people at the border is not racist, it's prudent. Herschel Walker understands that the criminals are not the good guys, they're the bad guys. Herschel Walker understands that we need to have an election day, not an election month. And Herschel Walker understands that Arlington National Cemetery contains 400,000 reasons why you should stand your ass up for the national anthem. And that's really what this election is all about. And the final point I'd make, if to the good people of Georgia, if nothing I have said has persuaded you, here's what I want you to do. Before you go to the polls, go grocery shopping, fill up your gas tank, and pay your electric bill, and then ask yourself how you ought to vote.
You know, Senator, I cannot get over the mysterious reluctance and resistance Democrats have towards making any fundamental changes when it comes to anything. Biden was asked, well, what are you going to do differently after the midterms? And his answer was nothing. Okay, so now we're going to have, what, 45% increases in areas in the country to heat their homes this winter. Gas prices now beginning their rapid climb once again. He's not tapping into the strategic petroleum reserves. We're back to what? We're going to give MBS a free pass for the killing of Jamal Khashoggi and give him immunity. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Sounds like Joe's trying to still suck up to OPEC and the Saudis and OPEC Plus for the lifeblood of our economy when we have plenty of energy right here at home.
Well, these midterm elections were not an endorsement of President Biden. These elections were an endorsement of divided government. That's what the American people want. The polls about the red wave were simply wrong. I'm not sure, for a variety of reasons, that the American people can be polled right now. But it wasn't an endorsement of President Biden, not by a long shot. It was an endorsement of divided government. And I'm going to keep getting up every day and fighting for what I think are the values and how to solve the problems that most Americans, moms and dads, worry about when they lie down to sleep at night and can't. I hope that President Biden will work with us, but I've seen no indication that he will. And I can't think of one problem in America today that the Biden administration is an answer to, Sean. I wish I didn't have to say that, but I just can't.
No, I can't think of it either. And you know who's suffering? The poor, the middle class, people on fixed incomes. And I see things getting dramatically worse before we even have a shot at making them better. Senator Kennedy, appreciate you being with us as always. Thank you, sir.
What are your thoughts on what Senator Kennedy said? Do you agree, disagree? There's going to be a lot of changes over the next few months and year, especially with the new Congress coming in. But anyways, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should really use. If you're like the pool or something and like you get hurt or something, you should just try your best, because sometimes that happens to me too, and it's not really fun. But if you got hurt like that one time, I'm sure you could deal with it, and you can be strong and powerful like how you are. So bye. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching and for all your support. So as I mentioned before, the surgery on my ankle went well. If you didn't know, I had a cracked bone and 2 torn ligaments. I was just running. I was playing pickleball, ball went on the other court. I was running, rolled my ankle really bad. And ever since then, I've never been able to step on my left foot. So the surgeon went in there and yeah, he said it was really, really bad. A lot worse than he thought. And it looks like, yeah, I have to be non-weight bearing for another 4 weeks. And yeah, so I'm just going to be healing, and surgery is a wild thing, you know. You hear stories about it. It's my first surgery. I was lying down, and they said, just breathe the oxygen. And I'm like, is everything going to start? And they're like, yeah, just breathe in the oxygen. And then I woke up, and I'm like, are you guys starting? They're like, yeah, it's already done. Pretty wild. But everything went well, thankfully, and just got to recover and rest. And so thanks for sticking with me. And I'm going to be sitting down for a little longer, but hopefully I'll be up soon. Anyways, hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving, and if you want to check out any of my other videos, you can click right up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.